How do you know if you've passed the one-leg stand field sobriety test in Georgia during a DUI investigation? Well, much like the other field sobriety tests, the one-leg stand is not designed for the driver to understand how they're being scored or what the officer is looking for when the officer administers that test. This is, again, a balance and coordination test that is combined with a mental acuity test to determine if you can both perform a physical act and follow a complex series of layered instructions at the same time. Now, the one-leg stand, the officer tells you to stand during the instructional phase and put your hands at your side. Unlike the walk and turn, there's no scoring during the instructions. You just simply listen to the instructions, and there's little that you can do wrong during this part in terms of the formal clues, because the officer is looking for 4 possible clues. If the officer sees at least 2 of those 4 possible clues, then he is trained that that will support an arrest decision. Now, the officer can arrest you even if you pass this test and you exhibit no clues. So he's using it as a guide. Now, the officer tells you to stand, well, he gives you the instructions that you are to lift 1 foot up approximately 6 inches off the ground and to look at your foot, keeping your hands at your side, and to count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000 until the officer tells you to stop. Now, the officer is supposed to be timing this for 30 seconds, and the officer is not supposed to score you beyond the 30 seconds. The 30 seconds does not depend upon how fast or how slow you count, so the officer should be timing it with their watch. And as you count, the officer is looking to see if you put your foot down, because that will be a clue. The officer is looking to see if you raise your arms 6 inches or higher, because that will be a clue. The officer is looking to see if you sway or if you hop. If you do any of those things, the officer will count it in his scoring. And again, the officer is looking for a minimum of 2 clues to support an arrest decision. Now, you might, during the one-leg stand, also miscount. So sometimes people will forget to count by 1,000s, or they will skip a number. And although those kinds of observations don't count as formal clues, if it supports the officer's decision to arrest you, you can expect that the officer will include it in his report and try to use it against you in testimony when you find yourself later at a hearing or a trial.